Hey, welcome back to Really Human, now part of Uncovered Investigates. Today we're diving into something that affects all of us, every single day, whether we like it or not. Humans. Yeah, humans. Irrational, messy, hilarious creatures that somehow survive despite themselves. Now, last week we talked about how we're all addicts. And I know some of you thought I was being dramatic, but here's the thought. The same brain wiring that fuels addiction also explains a ton of everyday human behavior. Our habits, our social quirks, our impulsive decisions. And science actually agrees with me. So today we're going to take a hard look at why we are the way we are, what psychology and behavioral research tells us, and maybe, just maybe, help you understand the chaos a little better. But before we do that, hit the like and subscribe button and comment below what you want to hear about next. Now, last week we talked about how we're all addicts. And I know some of you thought I was exaggerating, but here's the kicker. The same brain system that drives addiction also drives most of our daily decisions. Yep, that irrational stuff, it's scientifically baked into us. Neuroscience shows that dopamine isn't just about pleasure. It's about predicting rewards and motivating behavior. That's why we can't stop scrolling social media, even when we know it's a total waste of time. Studies from the National Institute on Drug Abuse explain that these loops hijack our attention, just like any substance addiction. Humans are wired to be predictably wrong. Confirmation bias makes us believe what we already think. Loss aversion makes us panic over small losses and ignore huge opportunities. Behavioral economist Daniel Kahneman demonstrated this with decades of experiments showing our irrational decisions are systematic, not random. In lab studies, participants consistently overestimate their control over random events, underestimate risk, and fall for obvious logical traps. Basically, you're not special. You're wired to be fooled. So what does that mean for you? Well, it means a lot of your daily oops moments, overspending, overreacting, stalking someone online, aren't just bad habits. They're your brain doing exactly what evolution designed it to do. Except now the environment is digital, not the savannah. Humans, irrational, impulsive, and somehow shocked every time life doesn't make sense. So humans aren't just predictably irrational. They're predictably social. Yep, we're pack animals. Evolutionarily, that was great for survival. Now, it mostly explains why you feel the urgent need to like that one friend's vacation photo at 2 a.m. Classic research by Solomon Asch in the 1950s showed that people will literally give the wrong answer in a group setting just to fit in. Even when they know the answer was wrong, social pressure won. That hasn't gone away. It's just moved to Instagram stories and TikTok trends. Economists and psychologists have studied everything from stock market bubbles to viral social media challenges. We follow the crowd because our brains are wired to use others as shortcuts for safe decisions. Spoiler, most of the time the herd is just going off the cliff. Dopamine strikes again. Likes, shares, retweets. They're small, measurable hits of validation that trigger the same reward circuits in your brain as chocolate, gambling, and yes, sex. Research published in Nature Communications even shows that social media notifications activate the same reward pathway like an addictive drug. So the next time you're compulsively checking someone's story, remember, it's not a moral failure. It's neuroscience doing its thing. Your brain is a herd animal that thinks it's a unicorn. Spoiler, it's not. All right, so we've covered irrational humans and herd mentality. But what does that look like in your daily life, besides doom scrolling and obsessively liking posts? Well, let's break it down. You're paying for a service you never use, and your brain is like,
Congratulations, you're maximizing dopamine efficiency.
classic. Your primal brain says, avoid conflict, while your dopamine circuits scream,
Check for social validation.
that $50 gadget you definitely don't need? Yep, your reward loop lit up like a Christmas tree. Traffic? Someone cut you off? Your brain goes full on melodrama. See the pattern? These behaviors all have a psychological reason. Dopamine hits, social validation, fear of missing out. Basically, your brain is trolling you 24/7. And the scary part? You're not special. Every human is doing this. Your harmless habits are basically your brain's way of trolling you daily. So, humans are irrational. Humans follow the herd. Humans are weird on a daily basis. Great. Now what? How do we survive this chaotic species without losing our damn minds? Or our money, dignity, or sanity? Well, number one, observe yourself mercilessly. This is where self-awareness comes in. Watch your own patterns like a detective in an interrogation room. Except the suspect is you. Laugh at your own stupidity before it ruins your life. Number two, spot patterns in others. Understanding human behavior isn't about manipulation. It's about prediction. It's about noticing red flags, the dopamine loops, the herd behaviors, and then surviving them with minimal casualties. Number three, apply it in your daily life. Work, family, social media, dating. You'll start noticing the invisible strings pulling everyone around you. Recognizing them doesn't make life perfect, but it makes you slightly less surprised when someone does something utterly ridiculous. The moment that you accept that everyone is doing weird, irrational shit, you stop taking it personally and seeing the patterns. And that's your edge. Understanding humans doesn't make them less weird, it makes you less surprised when they are. All right, so here's the brutally human takeaway. Humans are chaotic, irrational, and endlessly fascinating. We can all agree on that. Your brain is running dopamine loops. You're following invisible social cues, and everyone around you is doing equally weird shit. And that's completely normal. Take a moment to laugh at yourself. Observe patterns in your own behavior. Notice the herd, the dopamine hits, the small daily absurdities. Because understanding human behavior doesn't make people less ridiculous. Like I said, it just makes you less surprised when they are. That's it for today. Next week, we'll go even deeper with the secret to understanding humans, how to read people, predict behavior, and maybe survive life with slightly fewer headaches. Until next time, do you, but do it with love and affection. I'm Kyle Fields. Good day.